longer and I have very oily hair, so like it makes sense. But my whole life, my neck's been a nightmare.
Do you have an electrologist?
No, unfortunately, I don't have much. Hi, Rin.
Hello. It's that time, and we had the discussion with everybody, so I'm already starting the stream. Oof, that's loud. Sorry for everybody's on stream's ears. Music was loud. Alrighty, we'll just wait for everybody to filter in late again. Even though, yes, we had the discussion last week. Do I just need to, like, warn people earlier than 30 minutes? It's like, I don't understand why we're still having this problem on Season 3.
I do not know. I just show up and I make the voices. Has my camera gone blank?
It just did as you said that.
Okay, hold on.
Sorry, I'm a little late. Had to walk the dog, and she kept taking her fucking time. I started at a normal time. It should have gotten me back.
Well, either you or the dog must present themselves for spanking, so.
Well, I mean, if that's all I have to do.
That is.
I'll deal with that real quick, then right back.
That's all I'm requiring today. Next week it might be more extensive.
Of course. Now, why the fuck is...
Oh, why did my camera not start when I told it to? There we go.
Much better.
Much better.
Let me get my microphone in.
And right on cue, Shae's phone went off as well, so we'll give her a moment and then we can get started.
Okay, let's try that again. Oh.
Closing the background was messing with my camera. It's having a freak out.
So I'm gonna say everything went wrong the last 10 minutes of work.
Oh, I love when that happens.
It's like I just want to leave.
That
So we have this machine that counts our till at the end of the shift.
mhm.
The change drawer stopped accepting change, and all of it just kind of just shot out onto the floor. It's like, I have to cut this mess by hand, and it's all mixed up.
Oh, yeah. At least you'd be able to sort it. Hold on, hun.
Okay.
Woohoo.
Hopefully, if everything goes well, I can look like that.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit. All right.
damn it.
Yep. Wholesome Christian server that definitely didn't need to be muted for a moment. Hi, anybody here who's watching and waiting. The away screen is up because we're waiting on one more person, or Shae, since it is technically past the time, we are free to start if you feel so inclined.
On. There we go. Oh, my lights are.
Yeah, you can.
Okay. Then I'm going to leave it up for now just because the cameras are going to be fucked. Actually, no, I don't have to do that. I prepared for this. We trained for this, lads. Let's go. Backup cameras, regular cameras. There we go. Temporary fixture. It's us here.
Temporary fixture.
Yeah, I accounted for this. So, hello everybody, here we are. It's time once again for the Stillwater Chronicles Caught on the Other Side. This is the second episode of our third season. Woo! And while we're here, shoot, I'm a big bungus. I should have set up the rest of our sponsor stuff and had it start today, but I am a big dingus and I didn't finish setting up that. But going forward, at least for a little while, there will be a sponsor. It just won't be on today because, as I said, I'm a dingus and I didn't set it up on time. But I have like maybe another day to set it up before we miss that opportunity. So I need to get it done after this stream. Or I could probably work on it during the stream. But that's neither here nor there. Any hoodle. We will work our way through introductions and hopefully our straggler will show up. So, hi, I'm Rindis. I am the owner of PartyWipeGames, and you're here on our channel, so you should already know that. Hi, welcome. I am playing Viviane Green, aka V. She is the street kid, I think is what the playbook is called. Yes, street kid. I have to remember because it's been a whole season since I've played her. She's a street kid. And quite literally living on the streets now. Now that her and her girlfriend have faked their deaths. Oh, and the cameras just exploded. Why did you explode cameras? That's weird. Okay, there we go. Now that they've faked their deaths, she is quite literally a street kid, which did mean I had to change up some stuff on her sheet, which I don't think we actually went over if Lydia or V changed anything. But for now, I need a new anchor because I can't go to Tracy's mom.
Tracy's mom still has it going on.
She still has it going on, but now she has to look from afar.
But also she thinks you're dead.
Oh man, the zombie fucks. So I need a new anchor, which we'll figure out. But her current shame is my parents think I'm dead. Instead of Batman's my parents are dead, I figured it would be appropriate to just go my parents think I'm dead.
Amazing. Oh, I love that.
I need a new anchor too, and I'm not sure what my shame. Yeah, my shame's gotta change too.
Yeah. I have an idea of what your shame could be, but it would be really hard to utilize it in game because you have that mechanic of playing your shame to pass something, but
yeah,
it could be the thing.
I'm gonna put the thing as my shame because the thing hasn't come up yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely a thing. But I guess since we're talking about it, popcorn over to Zaunis to introduce themselves and their character.
Hi,
I feel betrayed.
Very betrayed. Yeah.
Good.
Stop doing Hi everybody, I'm Zaunis, not safe for work artist, tabletop RPG artist, and I'm playing Lydia Tinsley again, but now she is the hacker, as she's gone through a bit of a transformation from her work with her father and the subsequent faked death with her girlfriend. I'll popcorn over to Doogler.
Hi, everybody. I am Doogler93. I'm playing Joanne Campbell, the lone wolf. Oh, my poor trauma baby.
Poor Joe.
Yeah. I'll pass it over to Bat.
All right. On the subject of trauma babies, I'm playing Tracy, the party gal. I was actually thinking of changing that, but I haven't actually done anything to my character sheet except for regress her a little bit. So yeah, Tracy's going through the works, but right now she's just trying to recover, I guess. Not exactly sure what's gonna happen with her. She's gotta work on her being a dick to the new girl, though. That's the first thing that's gotta change.
It did briefly get called out last episode, so.
Yes, well, she thinks she's vindicated.
Yeah, no. There's a lot of right and a lot of wrong in that. And it's just
What
like,
is this? Somebody thinking that they can handle and protect people all by themselves?
Yeah. You think you got some kind of savior complex?
I have the savior complex.
Speaking of the new girl, they're not here right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and introduce myself. Hi everybody, I'm Shae, or ShaeTheFay on Twitch and Twitter, and I am the storyteller, the dungeon mistress, the guide, whatever you want to call me, for this tabletop game of Things from the Flood by Free League Publishing. And we are playing the Stillwater Chronicles, called On the Other Side. This is, as mentioned before, Season 3, and one thing I like to go over real quick, as I like to go over it on every session. I will speed run it this time, because we go over it every time. But everything changes, everything falls apart. Number 2, everyday life is full of demands, boredom, and conflict. Number 3, the mysteries are exciting but dangerous and only you can stop them. Number 4, you are neither kids nor adults. Number 5, the game is played scene by scene. And number 6, the world is described collaboratively. Also, please remember your X cards. If anything gets a little too heavy or uncomfortable, slap that down and we'll pause immediately. Just send a X to chat or however you want to do it, and we will talk our way around it. This is meant to be a safe space. Same goes for the audience. Something makes you uncomfortable, feel free to step away and come back when the scene is over. This is meant to be a safe space in which we can potentially explore darker themes, like faking your death, or actual death. On that note, I would like my players to tell me what happened last time.
There's so much going on. We dealt with the ramifications of our actions. It's the best way to summarize that whole episode.
Yeah, I mean, some of the ramifications.
The ramifications of our immediate actions.
Some of the ramifications of your immediate action.
The ones that were important to us.
Yeah, like we successfully hid the fact that 2 of us are dead, quote unquote.
Successfully, quote unquote.
Rich kids popped back in to issue a challenge that I am going to absolutely crush to the haunted asylum.
Joe had a panic attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I can't wait for you to have a bigger one after everything I got planned for that. Well,
Oh, you bitch.
I
Still love you, but still.
I got loose ideas for how to handle that. Don't worry, and it will scar Joe heavily.
Oh God.
It'll
scar Joe?
Hey. Joanne Campbell would absolutely be played by ScarJo.
For sure.
But she's not a minority.
I think everybody in this cast would be played by Scott.
Oh no. We touched back on Astrid's funeral as we actually got the actual news of Astrid's passing. Joe did her whole I don't know what sight walking, is that what you called it before?
Mhm.
I can't.
Most refer to as looking, but
Looking.
sight walking works as well, yeah.
Yeah, Joe did her looking, learned who Astrid's killer is, and now has a horrifying vengeful bloodlust that I love to see. I think that was the majority. Did I miss anything?
No, we pretty much got it. There was a lot of teen drama that happened.
Yes. Tracy was Tracy is still very reluctant to let the new girl join the clique out of compassion for her.
Yeah.
Concern
Fear
for
that she
her
will get hurt.
well-being.
Concern for her well-being, though she knows Hugh. There is no
Yes.
well-being at that point.
Speaking of new girl, Sen, welcome. Would you like to introduce yourself and who you're playing?
Oh, I think they might be frozen.
You might be frozen.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's the
We should let her know in Discord. Nope, they exploded. Stand by, technical difficulties.
Technical difficulties.
tentacle difficulty.
Tentacle difficulty.
Cameras are all over
Nothing
the
difficult
place.
about them. Just call those consenticles.
Dad, I have a question for you after stream
You have yeah.
about games.
Fun. Can't wait.
Oh, hey, that fundraiser for TTRPGs for trans rights in Florida already hit its $100,000 goal. It was literally open for a day.
Yeah, baby.
They have a whole month to still go. That's amazing.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that for them that they did it, and I threw money at them too. I was just like, here, shut up and take the money. I don't even need the RPGs. It was like,
Oh, fucking
Yeah, I've been till Friday to toss money at them because
yeah,
I think I actually have all of them already, honestly.
yeah. Also, they got a screenshot of it at 69,000. Nice.
Fantastic.
Well,
oh, Chaosium jumped in on it too. Nice. Free copy of Chaosium joined in on the fundraiser. I'm just killing time until they come back. Chaosium jumped in on the fundraiser, and if you purchased the bundle, donated to the bundle, you get a free copy of Alone Against the Dark, a solo rule set for Call of Cthulhu. Neat. Good on Chaosium.
I'm hoping to do something for Joe Cat for his TOP streams for their fundraiser. So I like Joe Cat. He's a good bean.
Yeah. Well, I like that Joe Cat's one also was like they hadn't even started the actual like streaming part of it, and he had already broken like 20,000. He's like, guys, please relax.
Let me at least start out first.
Yeah, let our group start the boss fight and die a couple times, please.
The trans rights in Florida one has been stretched to 250,000 now, and they're at 119. So they are still chugging along greatly, and they have 23 days to go. Which I'm gonna post it here in chat so that people actually know what I'm talking about instead of just blowing smoke out my ass. They do have some neat RPG bundles on there. Sword Thirsty Lesbians, of course, being right up at the top. There's a mass playbook that I saw on there as well while looking through it. Seemed kind of neat. A lot of these other ones, you always get a lot of neat indie ones, and it's like, oh, that's a fun idea. That's a fun idea. But those are the two that jumped out at me immediately. But you also now have a Call of Cthulhu option as well for all of you people who enjoy going insane in tentacles. Me, that's me.
Had me in the first
Oh,
half,
no,
still had me in the second half.
Sounds ideal.
Yeah. Sounds ideal. Best life. Insane in tentacles. There's something called We Lick Toad Goblins. A goblin
Oh,
CC
I think I've heard about
adventure.
that.
It's like it just jumped out because I was like, "We lick toad goblins." Did I read that wrong? Nope, I didn't read that wrong. Yeah, it looks like a lot of queer adjacent RPGs in here. Something called Eldritch Pets, which immediately has a Cthulhu cat on it and tentacles. So that sounds fun. There's also a dog that's made up of just eyes. Yeah, my computer.
At least that dog will never lose track of their tennis balls and stuff. You can't trick them with the whole like, oh, did I throw it or not?
I see all.
It's like, where's the ball go? Go get it. It's like, I see it. It is in your back pocket.
I see all truths.
You make this a lot less fun, Pupper, let me tell you.
Killing the mood, Pupper.
Yeah. I think I actually technically could probably keep my anchor, now that I think about it, because the anchor didn't know my name to begin with.
That's true. You could still see them.
Oh yeah.
Gas station clerk, get ready for more trauma.
Yeah.
Well, look who doesn't have to give anything up for the consequences of their actions. The 1%er.
Hey, I have to give up my parents, which is not a hard sell.
oh no, not Lydia's parents. Welcome back, Sid.
Hey, Ren.
Yeah.
I only mentioned this because it's my OCD, but the little picture clips for V and Tiffany are like clipping into the other photo clips of the actual players.
I'm glad you decided to point that out because I was hoping nobody would notice.
Well, I'm sorry.
I'm glad you decided to point that out because I was hoping nobody would notice, and now I have to fix it.
This OCD, it's killing me.
Yep.
I exist.
Hi, Sin. Welcome back.
Welcome this Sterninator. The Esterninator. I don't know how to pronounce things. Hello, welcome.
Please introduce your character and who you are.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just having a rough morning right now because everything seems to keep going wrong. So, I'm just a little bit frustrated, and I apologize for that. I'm Crimsin Galaxy. That's Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. My pronouns are they, them, she, and they, and today I am playing Tiffany Epiphany, the seeker, almost adult, because she's 18 or 19. I don't know. She's just this weird cryptid girl that likes to not think about shit before she says it. I don't know.
Well, she can say whatever she likes. Honestly, it's great that she has the enthusiasm she has. She just shouldn't do it around the human embodiment of anti-enthusiasm, which is Tracy right now.
Which currently is Tracy.
Fair enough.
Party girl, current party kill.
I love how Tracy has literally gone from a Jaeger bomb to dark coffee. No sugar, no milk, dark roast.
Dark coffee. Okay, maybe a little bourbon.
On the note, I feel like everyone's given their introduction, so I think this is a good time to jump in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So I feel like let's have the scene open up. Let's have the scene open up with there are actually I have another idea. After meeting up and talking about everything, what do you all do? Does the group split up and go in different directions?
I know for sure at least Lydia wants to procure a couple things for her potential haunted asylum prank. But I don't know
Okay.
if that would entail other people's plans or not.
Okay. Well, I won't. I'm more would like to know, like, are people going to set up somewhere to wind down for the day?
Oh, we established that Lydia and V are living out of a hotel currently.
That is correct.
Chill at the hotel room, get room service.
Room service.
What about the others?
I don't recall. Doogler, did our characters have plans to do something? I feel like we both wanted to get out of the situation that was going on last time. I don't remember exactly how that resolved.
Yeah, because we both left. You got a call from Ashley. We brought the van to her. We did the Viking funeral. Well, Joe did the look. Then at that point, I don't know if we just kind of split up or not.
I'll put it this
So we
way:
get to make it
going home or not going home?
home.
Yeah, I think home sounds good.
Okay. So, for Tracy, I think is our only character staying out or still staying in the trailer park, and yeah, I think as the scene opens, we see Tracy making her way back home, and you notice on your way there, there is a group of police cars, as well as you notice a couple of the guards from the Loop Foundation, who are around V's trailer speaking to her mother. From where you're at, you can't hear what they're saying, but she looks very worried at the moment.
Yeah, I make eye contact if she looks, and just kind of give her a very solemn.
She is not paying attention to anything other than the police, who might be able to find her daughter.
Okay. I'm not gonna say anything, not gonna do anything. I'm gonna go see what's going on inside.
So, as you go inside, that pot is left to boil.
This is not covered.
Yeah, not quite to the point of boiling over yet, but it's not hard to imagine what's going to happen. Since you're already partly in the know, definitely in the know.
Yeah.
As you go inside, you find that find your mother inside, and she stands up immediately and runs over to you and says, "Oh, Tracy, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Where have you been?"
Wait, what day is it again?
Same day, evening.
Is it Sunday?
No, it's Monday.
Oh, it's Monday. Did I go to school? I feel like I went
You
to
did.
school.
You wait to
You
school,
did.
yes.
I went to school. I just got out. Stayed a little bit after with Joe. What's going on?
Your Viviane's missing,
Oh my god.
along with someone else.
She was. We haven't talked in a while. She was pretty distant, and I couldn't get anything back from her mom when I spoke to her about where she was. And I think she was. Was she doing something with Lydia?
I don't know, but it sounds like there's some dangerous people on the loose. I want you to be careful, okay?
Yeah, I've heard stuff in the news. Yeah, it's pretty weird going around town. I guess I'll be cautious. Sorry, it's been
At
a
that
long
point-
day. This is a lot of news.
Yeah, at that point, I would like you to make a charm roll, a heart charm roll.
Yeah, let me.
Because this just happened earlier, not that long ago.
Yes. Yes. Sorry, I'm opening my character sheet. Always takes a little bit of time. Sorry. Should have had it open already. But you know me. Alright. Okay, there we are. Let's do Heart Charm, you said?
Yeah. One success. All right,
Alright.
that's enough. She seemed a little more frantic and worried to notice, since news hasn't quite gotten around, but is enough to give her the idea that maybe things are getting out a bit early. But she says, "All right, just I don't want you to go anywhere near the border to the quarantine zone, and I don't want you to stay out that much longer after school, okay?"
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep you in the loop as to, what I'm doing a little bit more than I have. Things have been, crazy at school.
Okay.
Teen drama.
And
How are things with you?
she gives you a hug, and when she straightens up, she says, "All things considered, I'm doing all right. Definitely much."
How's V's mom doing? Do we want to make her brownies?
She glances out the window, and gives a nod and says, "Yeah,
Brownies
maybe
the right thing.
maybe a little something to help her calm her nerves."
Maybe a casserole. I don't know. Brownies seems too celebratory. This is serious. I don't know how these things work.
Well, hopefully they find Lydia and Viviane soon.
Yeah, I hope so too. They're really good friends of mine, even though I haven't spoken with them as much lately.
And so she starts moving around the kitchen a little bit, and you start to help her cook, since her mother's probably going to be very occupied for the time being. You do notice a pair of the actual Loop Foundation guards, a couple you would recognize actually as Giggles and Catch, but the two of them seem to take some information from her, give a nod, one of them starts to walk towards the trailer you and your mother are in.
Well, I'm not sure I can avoid this. Let's see. Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I just wait, I guess, see how this plays out.
There's a knock on the door. And your mother's halfway putting the casserole into the oven. She says, "Did you get that, dear?"
Yeah, I'll just run and get that. You can deal with the food. I'll call you if I need you. And then I go to the door.
And there you see Officer Giggles standing there, and she says, "Good evening.
Hi.
Don't suppose you might be able to answer a couple questions real quick?"
Sure thing.
She pulls out a notepad and says, and your mother also kind of straightens up and steps forward. "If there's any way we can help, we will." But Officer Google says, that's what I'm hoping for. So,
Does it look like they recognize me?
yes.
All right.
Can
I
have spoken with them before.
Yeah. Can I give them like a kind of hush thing and like eye over at my mom kind of deal? They probably already know to be hush hush about this
Yes.
stuff because we're on the DL, but
Yes.
like, you know.
She's a professional right now.
Okay, cool.
But she does look up and says, so have either of you noticed Viviane Green coming or going from the trailer at all?
Not recently. It's been a while since we've hung out. Yeah.
Mother says, your mother says, I've seen her leave for some of for school or work in the mornings.
She must get up earlier than I do.
Yeah. That's what happens when you
Sober.
have to work for the Loop Foundation.
Oh yeah, that too.
Both are true.
Or when anything else is going on. Anyway, she says, all right. And the kind of glances to Tracy. I understand you were her friend. Is that still the case?
Yes. Always.
When was the last time you saw her or spoke with her?
She's going to lie, and she's going to say, it's been weeks.
One more heart charm.
Okay.
2 successes.
I think I might have seen her at the... No, actually, I didn't see her at the Halloween party. I missed her. I heard somebody say that she was there, but I didn't even see her there.
You may buy one bonus effect from this. She writes this down. Seems she believes you for the time being. For your bonus effects, she will keep believing you. You can form a lasting relationship. She will take risks to help you. She will try to persuade others into believing you. I don't think she's frightened, confused, or impressed. And I don't think she's infatuated with you.
Not yet.
I think that I think I'm gonna work towards forming a relationship with them, weirdly enough.
Okay.
I want them on my side.
When this is all over, I want them on my side.
Yeah. Because I might want to talk to them after. if things don't go the way that they ought to.
Okay, so she knows you know a little more about the loop than most people would, and just kind of gives a nod. But you successfully lie your way around this, and she asks a few more generic questions before she closes the notebook and says, "Well, I thank you both for your time. Hopefully we get this situation all sorted out fairly quickly."
Thank you. Is there any way I can reach you if I need to? For any purposes, if I hear anything?
If you hear anything, you can reach me at this number. And she tears out a piece of paper from the notebook and writes down her number and passes it over to you.
Done. Wrote that in my character sheet.
Yep. If you learn anything new, call me immediately.
Will do.
And she turns and starts to walk away. Gives a quick whistle, and Officer Ketch starts the vehicle, and she climbs in. And the two of them leave before the rest of the police. Some of the police still staying with Mrs. Green. Then,
Gonna go work on that casserole.
yeah, and your mother goes to continue, and she says, "I hope your friends are all right." And the scene's going to change to your friends, Viviane and Lydia. Where are you two at?
What do we want the name of this hotel to be?
Probably just a
like one of the Motel 6s. Like...
Yeah, I was gonna say they probably had to scale down. You know, Lydia maybe insisted on something nice, but then she's like, "No, we can't go to a nice hotel because people will recognize you. We have to go to something." There's like the generic Hotel 6 or Howard Johnson's.
The Motel Stills.
Yeah, the Motel Stills. There you go. I like that. Motel Stills.
All right. So at Motel Stills, I feel like we see we got a shot of the door on the inside, and it swings open. How does it look on the inside?
It's probably surprisingly not bad. There's probably one of those king size beds that has the quarter machine for it.
Disgusting wallpaper and carpet pattern though.
It is super tacky.
Mm-hmm. It looks like it's about 20 years outdated. So yeah, it would have the stupid floral print wallpaper. Surprisingly clean despite being outdated. Like I said, it has the coin-operated king-size bed. There's, a space for the bathroom. There's a TV with bunny ears, and the ice machine is definitely not working around the corner.
And so, as you two enter, you have this scene before you. It looks all right. Dated if clean. Clean if dated.
Well, I don't hate it.
I can lay down and sleep.
I was gonna say, are you gonna be okay with this? It's a significant downgrade than what I know you're used to.
I've probably slept on my desk more times than I've slept at home at this point, so it's upgrade from that.
I was like, your desk is probably an improvement over this, though. But
yeah.
if you're fine with it, just
go get me a brand redacted candy bar and I'll be fine.
Okay, yeah. I'm fairly certain the vending machines at least work.
If it doesn't, I'm sure V's got the Fonzie touch where it's just like bop 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 elbow.
Yeah, elbow, glass breaks, everything's looted out.
That is not the direction I meant, but I like.
Yeah, but she's a criminal. It's fine.
I like her version more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does the Fonzie
Like-
bop, and it's just literally shattering the glass.
He starts with the Fonzie, like leans against it, hits it with her fist, and then it's just like, oh wait, pulls out the bat and just.
Yep. Yeah. She has been very straight laced since she was gainfully employed, but now that she's not gainfully employed, what money they have, she is absolutely rationing, even if it's quite a bit. So yeah, she doesn't go for the bat right away, but there is very much the oh god, it's the what you would see in the like Scrooge McDuck cartoons or whatever, where they slot in the coin with the wire attached to it.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she probably had one of those from before they started dating, and she just takes it back out and she just drops it in, slings it back out, drops it, slings it, and is able to buy them enough snacks and drinks to hold them for the night, and maybe for a cheap breakfast.
Just like
I want to say this could potentially be a tinker.
I'll roll a tinker. Let's go, because that is definitely tinkering. Okay. Do. Yeah, that figures.
Would you like to push?
Yes, and I'm gonna push exhausted because it's been a long day. There we go.
There you go. All right.
Success.
So you're able to slot in either a coin or a fake equivalent, and trick this machine into giving you some much-needed snacks for the evening, and without actually spending any money, you're able to get some free food.
All right.
And the little robot voice on this vending machine says, "Thank you for your purchase."
Yep.
pull-
No problem,
hands come out
buddy.
and says, Purchase.
Purchase. No problem, buddy. And she just kind of like foot knocks at the door to get let back in. And she's just got an armful of off-brand snacks and probably RC colas.
Yeah, cat kits and
Got them
Pepsis.
Innins,
And flickers,
snackers.
Yeah,
snackers. I like snackers better.
Prongles. Once
Oh,
you
God.
pop, you might want another.
It doesn't even rhyme.
I love that. That's such a good catchphrase. Once you pop, you might want it. I could see that being an off-brand slogan too. You may want another. And then at the bottom, we won't blame you if you don't.
I let V back in.
You got your pick of the litter here, and she just kind of lays the snacks out on the bed.
Cool. Thank you. She's gonna bend down and grab the closest thing to a probably a Twix bar. I'd say Lydia's a Twix gal.
You grab a Twinks bar.
Yeah, Twinks. They're not like the usual like classic wafer sticks. Instead, they're just like those like off-brand Jaffa cakes, but they still have like old stale wafer in it. Perfect.
Yeah, and oddly enough, they have really gooey bottoms.
Oh,
Yes. they're not caramel filled. They're the like the
Oh, no.
the Oreo cream filling instead. Yeah, nice gooey cream filled bottoms. Gotta have those Twinks bars.
Lydia will take it, and I think she's gonna go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I am going to roll a 50-50 on something that had been mulling around in the back of my mind at the start of the game, and I'm just gonna say it out loud right now. Highs, she calls her mom and disguises her voice. Lows, she fights the urge to call. Okay, cool. So she there as soon as she sees Lydia disappear, she sits at the bed and she just kind of looks at the phone. And there might be a moment where she starts to dial her number and then hangs up, knowing that she has to not contact them, even if she like pretends to be the kidnapper, and it's just like they'll be alive as long as you cooperate, kind of deal. It was what she was thinking about doing, but it was probably just immediately has second thoughts and doesn't do it.
Ew.
Real. And so you hang up the phone before actually sending the call through. And Lydia, is there anything in particular you want to do in the bathroom, or you're just cleaning up?
Mostly went in to clean up, kind of get a drink of water, because usually the motels at least have like the little new glass that they put there with like at least the tissue paper to keep it fresh. And I think sort of struggling to get like a good sip of water in. She's just sort of staring at herself in the mirror and kind of, I don't know. I think at this point she's probably just playing back a lot of newer and older conversations of her friends just as she's looking in the mirror.
Okay. As you're doing this, you hear your own voice repeat back to you in your head. Are we really going?
Going. Yeah, we're really going. Yeah. Really going.
And the light kind of flickers a little bit, and your reflection leans forward and says, "Good. We can learn more about what the loop did there."
I learned plenty, alright? I learned plenty. That's why I'm out here. Okay? Learned enough.
And your reflection straightens a little bit and says, "What about the tag-alongs?"
Tag-alongs. It's a Girl Scout cookie, okay? They got names. You know them too. You know the names. Takes another big gulp of water.
Them and some extras.
I am in no mood right now. I am in no mood.
You'll let me get rid of them if we need to.
I talked to you about this. We have been over this. No. And
You'll have to let me out at some point.
when it
They're a problem. And Dad could find us. Mom would come after us. And you don't want that.
They're not gonna be a problem. They're not gonna be a problem. They're the solution. And we've got this, and I'll let you out when you're useful.
When has anything ever gone as we planned? We'll see soon.
Lydia's gonna like lean towards the light switch to just like turn off the light so that she wouldn't see the reflection anymore, like the threatening gesture. Doing my best.
I'll be here.
I know you will. And hits the light.
And like that, it's gone. Whatever you were seeing, whatever weird psychosis, you forcibly push it away and let it sink back down.
I just take a big bite of my really off-brand, off-putting candy bar. God, it tastes like wet cardboard and socks. I think Lydia will walk back into the room, and I think V might notice telltale signs probably at this point.
Is it happening again?
Oh, what is my makeup that bad?
More than a little noticeable. V'll get up and walk over to her, and she'll say, "Come on, we can watch like Columbo or something and not think about that."
One of the earlier seasons, please. Later ones are weird.
Oh, sweetie, it's just gonna be whatever's on TV. You know that. There's no way to find episodes that we want to watch on a whim.
Of course there is. We had to. Oh, right.
What kind of sorcery is this?
Right.
Kind of.
Netflix hasn't been invented yet.
What kind of far-flung Star Trek mumbo jumbo are you thinking of?
I mean, she is rich.
She is rich. They probably had Netflix well before we did. 30 years before, in fact.
No. You're thinking of the U.S. government.
Yeah. She is the U.S. government. She's a 1%er.
Right. Duh.
Not anymore.
I think y'all are thinking about the first DVRs, actually. Like, they probably just had, like, a recording box that let them record everything. And, I mean, so good at computers and stuff that they probably had multiple hard drives. So they had, like, every TV show ever made recorded themselves.
I don't think, have VCRs been phased out yet?
No, in the 90s, they're still
Yeah.
they're still the only thing. But yeah, Doogler does bring up a good point. V probably does crack out a stolen VCR and a Columbo box set. It's just like, okay.
Just pulls it out of like the baggy 90s pants.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they have a backpack, but
yeah.
she's like, you're in luck that I happen to have this on me.
And as Lydia, as you settle in with V, you feel her presence comforting enough to keep you grounded and keep the psychosis out. But you two settle down and start to watch Columbo season 1 of it together. The scene's going to change then. Yeah, sorry, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, in that comfort, I think Lydia's just gonna be like playing with the edge of her skirt that has the new flower design on it.
And so you do.
Aww.
And Sin, what is Tiffany up to as the scene transitions to her?
Well, I know she's at home. And you know what? No, honestly, she probably did go home, and talk to her parents a bit, and then she might be getting ready to head out to, like, the New Age witchy bookstore.
Okay. As you head out, your mother calls back and says, "Take an umbrella. It's cloudy out."
Oh, okay, thanks. I will. And yeah, I'll grab an umbrella, sure. Umbrellas work as great swords when you don't have a sword.
The sword to poke someone with.
Mm-hmm.
And so you head to this. You head to this New Age store. What does this store look like, and who or what are you hoping to find here?
Well, this store is mostly a bookstore. Almost everything in the store is just like shelves of books, but then they also have like incense and stuff. Plus, they have a bunch of stuff behind the counter that's actually spell components or whatever, but you have to ask for those specifically because they don't like to leave them out. It's essentially like, have you ever been to like a kiosk witchy store type deal? Like legitimately like just in a mini mall, a tiny little store that just like has all of the incense and books, and if you look at the books too long, it might make you laugh a little bit because some of the ideas displayed in them are kind of ridiculous.
What is the name of the store?
I didn't even think of a good pun for this.
Anybody is able to add to this.
Doom and
Witching you well?
Witching you well. I like that.
Yeah, that's great.
All right. So you go to this this Witching You Well bookstore.
Yeah, and when I go there, honestly, this is one of the places I like to go to look at my cryptid stuff because they have books in the back that have like anatomical drawings of cryptids, and that's something that Tiffany is very into.
On that note, as you enter, what's the name of your anchor?
Gwen Glimmer.
So Gwen Glimmer. Did I write that down anywhere? I don't appear to have written that down. I'm going to write that down now.
It's on my sheet if you want to look at the ideas I had for her. I imagine her as like a lady who's your pretty typical new age lady that likes to speak in veiled metaphor that makes it seem like she always knows what's going on. And who knows? She might, but she also might be talking out of her ass, and I don't know any better.
sweet innocence from our child.
Sweet, sweet child.
That's why we have to protect her by excluding her.
No!
Literally, Q
Tracy's awful.
Q is walking around with Tiffany and probably has at least 6 Molotov cocktails on him at any given moment.
Any given moment.
Yeah, pre-lit in his bag, just
Yeah,
getting
he's
ready
constantly
to
letting himself
explode.
one.
All right. So you enter the store. Sorry, I had to write that down real quick. You enter the store, and your anchor, Gwen Glimmer, is there behind the counter. I saw on your sheet, I didn't see her name, but...
Should be the second one down in relationships.
Oh, I see. All right, all right. Oh, fun. Okay. All right, so you enter and you hear her speak. Welcome back to my abode. Here to peruse some more literature.
Yeah. Did you get any more books on cool cryptids yet? Because I may have seen one the other day.
You may check over yonder there.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever heard of tree houses that sprout legs?
She arcs a brow, and says, there are many such tales of animated abodes. What in particular are you talking of?
Well, I was out near the woods close to the quarantine area, but not in it, I don't think. Who knows? I might have accidentally crossed over, but I don't really care. But there was like
to
this.
walk so close to the waters of hell.
Yeah, but it's also fun. Okay. Okay, well, I was over there, and then, like, I heard some singing, and, like, I don't know, maybe some guitar, I don't know. And then I turned and looked, and there was, like, a tree house on top of a tree that was being animated with mechanical legs, but kind of backwards, and had, like, chicken feet, and I don't know. I tried to catch up to it, but then it got really dark out of nowhere. So I turned around and then it was bright again. And I'm just really curious about that.
Feet?
Yeah.
She turns around and goes across some of the shelves and she pulls out a book that in the underneath the title it says various tales of Slavic folklore. What is the title of this book?
Well, if
Slavic trolls and many holes.
it's various tales of Slavic folklore, I don't know. I'm not familiar with Slavic folklore, really. So
She sets the book down and starts flipping through the pages, and there's an illustration of a hut with actual chicken legs, not robot legs, but it's reminiscent of what you saw, if not really what you saw.
What is that?
The Dancing Hut of Baba Yaga.
Oh, the Dancing Hut of Baba Yaga. I know of Baba Yaga. That actually does make sense. So,
if you ever find yourself in the presence of such an entity, be cautious of the words you speak.
Oh God, that's gonna be hard.
Answer in a way that is not entirely correct, but not wrong either. For example, if
veiling my language behind. Oh, that'll be hard.
If the witch she kind of arcs another eyebrow at you, and she says, "If the witch asks of you, if you've come of your own accord, or were bidden to do so, what would you say?"
Okay.
That's not quite an answer. But you've got the...
Can you say it
not
again?
answer.
I might have misheard the prompt.
Did you come here of your own accord, or were you bidden to do so?
Oh, my own accord.
Wrong answer.
Why?
I'm afraid that's only a question that she might be able to answer. But that's the wrong answer.
Okay, what if I said... I'm here now, why does it matter?
You should answer the question without giving a true answer to the question. Say something like 40% bidden, 70% of my own accord.
Two numbers that don't add up to 100. That's smart.
Ideally, you would not want to cross paths with the Baba Yaga.
No?
She's been known to make meals out of people like us.
I mean, that's true, but I always saw her more of like an Avenger guardian spirit that just mostly makes meals out of bad people.
That's not an assumption I would want to test at my convenience, but perhaps.
Okay.
She
I
closes
guess
the
that
book
makes sense.
And she closes the book and spins it around. Cryptids.
Yeah. Can I buy this book so I can read up more about her?
She gives a nod.
Awesome. You're really cool.
I feel as though my body temperature is perfectly balanced.
That makes sense. You'd be dead if it wasn't. Okay, bye!
Enjoy your evening.
Thanks, you too.
You may wish to unfurl your barrier.
I have a barrier?
And then it starts to rain as you step outside.
Oh. Yeah, alright, cool. Oh my god, I love playing this stupid ass bitch.
So, the scene's gonna change again. It has begun to rain somewhat. What is Joanne up to?
I think when Joe got home, she just kicked her shoes off, then put them away, dropped her bag, and just walked to her living room, and just grabbed the throw blanket, just kind of wrapped herself in it, and just sat down, just stared at the wall, and just kind of replayed what she saw over and over and over and over again in her head. Till, honestly, probably even after her parents get home.
as if your parents address you, do you just...
I don't think she hears them if they talk to her.
Okay. So then we get a scene then of where the focus is on Joanne just sitting there, huddled in this blanket and staring at the wall. And there's the blurry figure of someone moving around behind her, and the very distorted, distant sound of a voice calling out to her before this blurry form draws closer, overshadowing her, and a hand is placed on Joe's shoulder, pulling you out of whatever thoughts you were lost in. And you hear, did you want anything?
Sorry, what?
And you look up and you see your father, and he says, I said, was there anything you wanted for dinner?
I don't know.
You feel him put the back of his hand on your forehead, and he says, are you feeling all right?
I was gonna shake her head no and just kind of lean towards him.
He doesn't feel a fever or anything, but sits down and holds you and says, what's wrong, honey?
My friend, she's gone. She's gone now.
Your friend? Which friend?
Astrid.
Gone. Where?
She's just gone.
There's a long moment where he just holds you with whatever lack of information that he has, just lets you just hold you and comfort you, letting you talk on your own terms.
She's going to just be weeping and curling herself into smaller ball into him. Like she can't say what happened. She can't say that her friend is dead. She's crying.
So, a long moment passes. You're not really sure how long you're there for, but your father just continues to hold on to you, and you're dimly aware of an exchange between him and your mother. After some time, he picks you up and just carries you to your room. Your mother does set a bowl of soup by the side, if you got hungry. But sits on the side of the bed and says, do you want me to stay with you?
Joe's gonna nod.
He gives a nod too, just sits there with you.
She just feels so small and empty because her friend's gone and she can't do anything. She didn't see it coming. She didn't say goodbye, really.
Another several moments pass with the light rain blinking off the window. And there's the sound of your window screen. That sound of something pulling at it, and that your father gets up and goes over to the window and says, "Damn cat." Tries to shoo it away.
Could you let him in, please?
Were your parents aware of this cat?
More or less. I don't think they thought that she adopted it, but she does know it kind of follows her and stays around her.
So there's probably the brief look of oh, you've been feeding this cat. And
Too real.
it's a stray and not taking responsibility for it. Make me a charm roll.
Too relatable.
Oh dear.
Add
Zero
plus two.
successes.
Yeah, plus add plus 2 die. All right, do you want to push?
Yeah, why not? I'll just reroll the 2 die. Oof.
Oof. He sighs and shakes his head and says, "Sorry, honey. We don't know if it's had its shots or not."
I've got a shot just for it.
No, this is Joe's dad, not Tracy's. Not Tracy's dad. Lydia's.
Nobody knows anything about Tracy's dad, not even Tracy.
Not even Tracy. So it could be him. We don't know. Oh God.
I mean, yeah, it could be, but
Mid-season reveal: Tracy's dad comes back with cigarettes and milk.
Tracy's dad comes back. I finally got the cigarettes.
For a minute,
I found the milk.
I found it. It took some doing, but I found it. You wouldn't believe the shit I've seen.
Secretly, he had to wrestle Felicity just to get the milk.
Yeah, it was on the other side. He's been on the other side for years, trying to find the milk.
I went to the Loop Foundation's deep lowest level farmer's market within the foundation. I've been climbing my way out ever since, just to get back to my baby girl. I hope she's okay.
Fuck. Stairs.
I hope that Tracy is still doing okay and is still the pure-hearted cherub that I left her as all those years ago. I'm sorry I've been so gone.
Dad, you were gone before the foundation collapsed. I know.
Sorry.
Sorry, didn't mean to derail.
No, I mean, my first thought was, wait, is Tracy's dad also Joanne's dad? Uh-oh.
Could be.
That would make things very awkward.
They all live in the
Very
same
awkward.
trailer park. It was the 90s, you see.
It was the 90s.
Joe does live in the trailer park.
Oh,
Tracy's
sorry.
the only PC there.
I'm getting
anymore.
Courtney mixed up. Excuse me. Courtney's dad was crazy.
But your father declines your request. Not out of any sort of not out of any sort of malice or anything. Just I don't know the full situation of this cat, and I don't want to risk it.
Doesn't want to risk it for the biscuit.
Which may come in part from him being a medical professional. But he sits down with you and says, if you really want, we can have this cat looked at, and if everything's alright, then and your mom's okay with it, then we'll let you keep it.
I like that.
Gives you a kiss on the forehead and steps away. After spending some more time with you, he'll pretty much stay with you until he thinks you're asleep.
It'd probably take a while for Joe to fall asleep, but
do you pretend to fall asleep?
I don't think that would be able to cross her mind at the moment.
Okay. So you drift off then, and if I'm correct, you have dreams that are like sketches, right?
Yes.
So you start dreaming, and you're moving down a weird three-dimensional version of sketches that are just stretching out before you. You see the scene play out before you of Astrid facing off with against Michelle, and you're acutely aware of something else watching this sketch of a dream. And looking up, there's now when your dream is sketched, is it just like pencil sketch? What's it look like?
I think what she's not focusing on, like around the edges, is kind of pencil sketch, but closer to what she is focusing on has actually some color to it as well.
Okay. You're acutely aware of something else watching, and if you were to look upward in your dream, there would be just the drawing of an eye, but it's not in pencil sketch or it's not colored. Well, it is colored, but it's done in crayon.
Crayon.
Crayon?
Crayon.
It's done in crayon.
I love that there's so many ways to pronounce that word.
Yeah. Crayon.
Crown, as my father would say.
Anyway, and when you look back at this sketch, make me a comprehend roll.
2 successes.
2 successes.
Do successes.
All right. So that's enough. This is probably one of the more vivid dreams you've had in a while. As you're observing this, and you see quickly being sketched out somewhere else. The same machine that you had seen when you had prompted your vision. And I have rethought my stance on the crying of black tears, because I actually think that might more than I originally thought. But as you're staring at this moving drawing of this strange machine with the little 8-ball in the center, there's a drop of water that lands on this 3-dimensional plane of paper, and another drop that just kind of distorts it, getting this weird world in your dreams mixed up, and it continues to fall. The sound of the rain outside kind of matching what's going on in the dream, and the more water that falls on it, the more distorted the image becomes. And when you wake up, there is a cat at the end of your bed staring at you.
Hey, buddy. Joe's gonna sit up and reach out to him.
And as you sit up and wipe the tears from your face, you notice that they are pitch black.
She's gonna stare at her hands with the pitch black tears for a moment.
You stare at it, and it rapidly evaporates, disappearing.
I don't think I can tell the others about this.
Pink stares.
Joe's gonna reach out to pet him.
Once you start petting him, they walk up, plop down in your lap, and start to purr.
She's just gonna quietly pet him for now. Thinking about the dream, thinking about the eye, and thinking about Jermaine's 8-ball that's no longer hers. I don't know what any of this means. Just want my friend.
Whether or not Binks is listening, they continue to do the thing a cat does. They do the little bite to your hand and then lick afterwards. Your window's still closed, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
That doesn't.
He doesn't need an opening.
It only needs to be invited in.
It's a cat, doesn't mean that.
Any hole's a goal.
Preach.
Joe's gonna pull him a bit closer, lie down again, just to continue to pet him, and she's gonna try to fall asleep again. Just hold on to Bink's comfort.
And you do. Easy enough. The next day rolls around. It is a school day. So for V and Lydia, if they weren't planning to make an appearance at school, would have to wait until afterwards. At least for the others, assuming they bothered to go into school.
I imagine they have fake IDs.
I was
That's
gonna
just
say,
me.
do I hack the school system so that we can go to school?
That's how Astrid got in, so it's fine. I imagine it wouldn't be that hard.
True, it is also a school system.
Sure. I will need a roll for that.
Oh boy.
Logistical question.
Mm.
How go back same school when everyone knows who you were in that school?
Hacking.
I got a new outfit. I wear my hair different. And I also got a Jersey accent.
Yeah.
Right, forgot about that part.
What you think all black people look alike? How dare?
I mean, that's fair. Okay.
Okay,
No.
this is the 90s, so they might say yes.
It's true. They probably would. But yeah,
That's
no,
true.
they
90s,
both did change their appearance up quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it is viable. We could do that.
Mm.
I think Lydia probably would try to do that just to actually be able to watch her friends with her own eyes rather than surveillance. Might be a little kinder to them.
It allows Shae to put us in shenanigans.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So on the way out, there's one more thing I want to do. Tiffany, your younger sister, is it?
Mm-hmm. Everly. Oh wait, no, that's Mom. I think I forgot to put that name on the sheet. No, Amberly. Okay.
Tiffany.
Everly Epiphany is Mom. Amberly Epiphany is sister.
Terrifying family.
What were
And
your
then my
parents
dad's
on?
Lester Epiphany.
LSD. Yeah, and a
Believe
couple
it.
others. I mean, they're monster hunters. They're definitely psychonauts.
Mm.
All right. So, you see, before your mother packs you two up in the car, you see your little sister just kind of doodling in one of her school notebooks, and you notice there is a what looks like a child's drawing of an eye with hands coming out of it.
What's that, Barely Baby?
I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him Hugsy.
Hugsy?
Yeah.
You said it's an eye with what coming out of it?
It looks like a. It's hard to tell because it's a child's drawing, but
Mhm.
it looks like it vaguely looks like an eye with like different sized hands
Hmm.
just stretching outward from it.
Okay. Yeah? Why are you gonna call him Hugsy?
Because he likes to hug.
Oh.
She gives it a little smiley face as well.
Hmm. That's really cute, honestly. I'm right there with you. Like, honestly, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, what do they do?
They say learning's important.
Oh, learning is important.
Yeah.
What do they want you to learn about?
All sorts of things.
Oh, that's good. At least they're a good influence.
Yeah. They want to learn all sorts of things too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
They want to learn. They want to learn all the things I want to learn.
Oh, that's so cute. Yeah, I remember my first imaginary friend.
He's not imaginary.
No?
Yeah, they're real.
Okay. Well, that's really cool. Do they talk to you then?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do they talk to you about?
They say it's important to learn.
Mm-hmm.
They say, and you can see them just like kind of coloring it in, but they're giving them like different colors, and they say they like music.
Oh, cool.
Say they like blood. And they say they like showing they like answering questions.
They like answering questions?
Yeah.
Oh. Did you say... I just need to circle back for a second. Did you say they like blood?
Let's just circle back real quick.
I mean, blood is super cool, but like...
Yeah.
Super cool.
Interesting. Okay.
Doctors need blood.
Yeah, doctors need blood to help save people.
Why
Do you think that
doctors
your
need blood?
Oh, doctors need blood to save people. They also need it in them so they can live.
Well, how do they save people if they take people's blood?
Well, some people donate their blood. Some of their blood, not all of it. That way when people get like hurt really bad and they're bleeding really bad, there is blood that the doctors can then put into them so they don't get really, really dead. Yeah.
Okay. So it's good to give blood.
I mean, situationally.
And,
oh my god.
And your mom calls out, "Kids, it's time to go."
Okay, Mom, on her way.
Your little sister gets up and starts heading towards the car.
Not worried about this at all.
I mean, you know, kids do say shit like that, but...
That's true, they do, they do.
I just like that Joanne's cat is cheating on her.
Woo!
That slut.
Kids do say the darndest things. Like,
What? Does Joe think she was the first?
Like, honestly,
I
like...
thought it was important enough.
I've heard
Sorry,
kids
Krimsin,
ramble about, like, being able to see people's souls and shit. So this isn't that surprising.
It's not that weird, just weird.
Yeah.
Joe be like, I thought I was special!
Not again.
Well, honestly, with this being Tiffany, she probably had similar shit that she just thought about all the time because of how, like, just thinking about how indecrypted she is now, she probably thinks this is pretty normal.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to think about that.
I'm kind of surprised she didn't straight up be like, how could I meet this cryptid?
Honestly, I should have been. I should have. You're right.
There's always next time.
Yeah.
Speaking of going to school, though, I will need a roll from Lydia. Which I believe is going to be a... Things. No, this will be a program tech. Or a calculate tech.
Exactly the same for me, so let's go program. Holy! I run this.
Do tell. Everybody has an A for the year.
I think I overdid.
No. No, I don't think you did. I think you did just right.
Absolutely foolproof.
All right, so you hack into the school system and are able to electronically get yourself a fake ID for you. I will take one success for you, one success for V, and because of the number of successes you got, I will also take one for doing this quickly. And let's see. So originally I was gonna say you're gonna need time to actually get IDs, but I think you're able to work fast enough that you can get these things printed up and made to look fake enough or real enough that they could pass. So that means
The other bonus effects are this thing is more effective than expected,
That is true.
or can do more than expected. So she would have two left. You could probably do one for each.
Yeah, well, I would say one success for each of you, and then add a +1 with your remaining successes to each of these items.
Okay. Yep, I'm fine with that.
All right, so yeah, that's a total of 5 successes. So one of you get a +2 ID, and the other you get a +1 ID, student ID, to cover your identity.
Hell yeah.
So decide between the two of you who gets what. Or you can just have someone have a +1 and the other have a +3.
Oh god. Depends. Well, it depends on who really needs to hide more, I suppose, or who needs a more believable.
You need to hide more.
Okay, I'll take the +2 then.
They care about you. Black child goes missing. It's
Oh,
not
that's too
news.
Too real.
Yeah.
We're still both important people. We have secrets.
All right, but you get these ideas printed up fairly quickly. You know what you're doing. You you planned for this.
We trained for this.
Tracy,
Yes, that's my name.
on your way out,
Yes.
you are. Remind me, do you walk to school or?
I think that she's walked to school a couple times. I generally think that she probably does. For a while, she was enjoying the sweet life with the van, but yeah, I think she's back to walking.
As you're walking down the road away, you hear from behind you, "No!" And you hear, "No, no, no, no!" And if you were to glance back, you see Lee's mother turning away from police, and you see someone trying to comfort her.
Fuck. I don't know if I can deal with that right now. I don't think it's fair for me to go right now to speak to her. I think this is something I'm gonna have to talk to her about after school. I think I need to give her time. Honestly, it's not my place to be there right now.
And so with one last look towards Carla Green, who has broken down in tears and has sunk down to her knees, just sobbing, you catch a glimpse of these two younger siblings kind of peeking out around the door. And you continue on your way.
We're sorry.
Yeah, she's not arriving in a great mood to school.
I'm gonna be real. Everybody piled way too much drama on Tracy. Everybody. Like, literally everyone did.
It's all right. She's gonna get through this.
Someday she'll get out of this town. Cough, cough.
Don't worry, Lydia says while pulling out a knife. We'll make it right.
One more semester till I'm out of this fucking town.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yep.
I'm totally sure.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna go find Courtney on her tour.
One more semester, and then you get to see Jermaine again, Tracy.
This one last time.
Depending on how things go, I may see her earlier, or rather, she might see me.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Yeah, so Tracy shows up looking fucking dead, sipping coffee, which honestly might just be coffee.
It's actually just coffee.
But she sure as fuck needs it.
Tracy is just Bender without alcohol now.
Which is somehow worse.
Somehow worse, yeah.
Somehow, the alcoholism has come back.
It's terrible. I'm so sorry, Tracy.
It has stopped raining, but it is still a little bit cloudy out.
Ooh, Tracy totally walks in the rain with no umbrella.
It's not raining in the morning.
Damn.
I mean, do you want it to?
Yes.
Okay,
I
it's
literally
raining.
go up wet.
It is raining in the morning then. But you all make it to school. Joe, your Binks stops following you as it starts to rain and just tucks themselves under a tree or something to wait it out.
Joe actually go over to him over her bag, like, do you want in? Can avoid the rain that way.
They look at your bag. Give me a charm roll.
God damn it.
I will give you a +2.
One success.
Yeah. So they see this, and cats, being nesting animals, will climb into your bag, turn around, and make themselves comfortable.
So I'll close it so he can actually have a little pouch out of the bag, but not letting it right in. And just head to school.
They occasionally poke their head out. You all make it to school, though, to start your day.
School. Classes. Yep.
I'll say
Kid
Lydia's
things.
probably leaning against the entrance staircase, probably just watching the literal
There's-
rain cloud that is Tracy.
Yeah, there's a number of students just kind of like shuffling in and taking off raincoats or closing umbrellas. There's the noisy squeak of sneakers on that tiled floor that's really annoying. Post rain.
Good detail.
Yeah, a lot of people. There's a lot of chatter going on, and there's talk of some missing students and just rumors right now. Not everything has gotten around just yet.
If there's enough, if the floors are squeaky with the sound of shoes right now, I think Tiffany is definitely intentionally making the loudest squeak possible with every step.
I was that kid.
Me too.
I was that kid too.
Well, like, you're not gonna beat me passively. Mike.
Tracy drips all the way to first period.
Lydia, you see Tracy just walk right by, completely wet,
Well,
and not in the good way.
I've seen disaster. Oh my god, I'm doing the Irish accent. I'm not playing Abigail. God, I've seen traffic accidents look better than you.
I've been in traffic accidents that feel better.
I feel like that's a slight jab at me.
It's not a jab at you. You're fine. Just.
And I don't think you are.
Do you need me to be fine? Be nice to not be needed. To be anything but just fucking miserable. So tired of pretending otherwise.
I didn't mean any.
You're fine. Sorry, I'm just in a bad mood. I'm glad you're back. What's your new name now, by the way? I don't want to accidentally call you Lydia in the...
It's Rachel Dahlia.
Rachel Dahlia. I like it. It's pretty. It suits you. Dahlia's a really pretty flower.
Lydia definitely winces at hearing Dahlia a bit out of your mouth.
V probably comes back in at that point carrying just cheap coffee. She's like, yeah, really, really pretty flower. But probably Rachel is better. Please just call her Rachel.
Yeah, okay. I know. Alright, yeah. Hey, and Josh, shit, what's your new name now? Gonna have to write this down.
Fuck, I think we said Beatrice at the diner.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Her
So
friends call her B.
yeah, my friends
Clark
call me B. BEA. No
Okay.
no relation at all to the missing girl who liked to be called V.
The worst part is logistically, this would freaking work because Clark Kent managed to fool an entire city with a pair of glasses. So this
Exactly.
would absolutely work.
Yeah. Unrelated to the person who went missing a couple days ago, I show up with the same similar sounding name and appearance. It's fine. Don't worry about it. My hair is in dreadlocks now. It's
That's good. Hey, so I saw your mom on the way here, and yeah, she knows. Well, she doesn't know exactly, but she assumes,
has it.
she knows what the police have told her.
Fuck.
Yeah. Sorry.
I didn't have the heart to leave any kind of indicator that everything was okay. So I'm sorry you had to see that.
No, it's fine. This is just how it has to be. I wish that she could know, or that I don't know. It's hard.
She's not going to be happy with me when she finds out that everything's okay. If she finds out everything's okay, but hopefully the life insurance at least will soften that a little bit. I know it won't. She just kind of like kicks a locker real quick.
Is there anything you might need me to do? I mean, like anything. I don't mind going over and helping out with your siblings and stuff if you want.
I think she'd like that, but I don't want that burden on you.
No, look. We're friends, and she's going through grief right now. Even though you're alive, she's gonna need the emotional support.
Yeah.
And I'm there to give it. It's the least I can do.
It's too much to ask, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, you don't need to ask. Just, maybe fill me in on what sort of stuff needs doing around your house, kind of.
Oh, God, so much. They're gonna be a mess for a while. How is Joanne?
I haven't spoken to her since we left last night.
She was pretty upset with us. We might need your help more in smoothing that over than anything.
Fair enough. I think I was pretty upset too.
Yeah, but we could bribe you with booze. Sorry.
No, you're good. It's not as much of an issue these days.
I do have a quick question for Lydia and V.
Mm-hmm.
Did either of you keep anything significant in your lockers? Your old lockers.
I don't even know if they'd been going to school this whole time. Although I guess last season wasn't very long.
I don't think I would have kept anything significant. Lydia basically kind of just went through the motions at school. I don't think she really was one of those kids that lived out of their locker.
I'm gonna say yes, because on the flip side of that, V was not a good student, or was a good student but not a good student, if you catch my meaning. So she probably was like, fuck, I'm gonna need to clear that locker out.
The reason I ask is because there are some guards who are going through those lockers now.
Fuck.
I can kill him.
No. No. Fuck, I should have cleared that out before they got there. Well, that's going to be one more thing I have to explain to Mom later.
So what is in there?
So she's a street kid, which means that she is basically the criminal character. So she probably didn't sell like hardcore drugs, but she probably did deal weed. Which, I mean, in the 90s, you were selling hardcore drugs if you were selling weed. So
Tracy's upset that she didn't get any of those.
Yeah, it's just like she probably didn't sell to her friends, just because. But she probably sold weed, and there's probably a lot of like she probably kept her books there, and by books I mean like the documentation and accounting of how much money she was making for her prostitution. So a lot of people are probably going to get in trouble. Or it'll get swept under the rug, as it always does.
Lydia,
Or a lot of people are about to get questioned now, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
as a potential counterpoint, we could make a slight distraction and kill two birds with one stone. Would Tracy like to get out some aggression?
Interesting proposition. What are you proposing?
We stage a cat fight near the locker. Bump into
yeah.
cause a scene. Give enough space for V to grab some stuff.
I need to clear that locker out.
All right. You get out a little aggression towards me.
You gotta start me off, though.
Great acting. Who was acting?
No problem. I can piss you off real easy.
I'll try to make this not personal.
It's gonna be personal. I've got bandages.
Oh no.
Hit me with it.
That sounds like you all are planning to initiate trouble.
I think so.
I think we are.
Okay.
Joanne's just gonna walk in and be like, "The fuck happened while I was gone?"
Speaking
I don't know
of,
how she's gonna react to this.
Yeah, speaking of, Joe, what are you? How are you entering the school? Do you meet up with your friends as they're discussing this? Are you still off on your own right now?
I'm gonna say she runs into her friends, but it's not planned. So she might get in at the arse end of the planning.
Okay. We'll go ahead and wait for Sen to return. So let's go ahead and take a quick. Sorry, go on.
Perfect. No. I was gonna say, if that's the case, I'm gonna run in and use the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, let's take a quick 5-minute break.
We'll take a quick break then while people are up and go into the bathroom. Stay tuned, everybody. Check out the fundraiser that's going on for trans rights in Florida. They extended their goal out. I can relink that in chat so everybody has a chance to go and check it out. And I'm going to put the away screen up. Bloop. Once I find it, where did it go? There we go.
Hey, Zaunis.
Hello. Looks like the turns have tabled. I'm the one starting problems at school.
Oh, sorry, Joe. Seeing at home was so sad.
Okay, it is what it is. Lydia's just honestly, kind of regretting her choice of having y'all rescue her, though. Because she's like, they are not up for what is happening.
Well, would have been better if Nasty didn't die, but she did, and then Joe just kind of watched.
Yeah.
They just played it over and over again, and again, and again, and again.
If it makes you feel any better, Lydia is literally a beacon into the loop. You're gonna kill a bitch. It's one way or another.
Sounds good.
I just have to figure out how to start a fight with Tracy right now.
Well,
Like, I don't want it to be too personal, but I also want it to be believable.
keep your insults 90s.
It's not my fault that your boyfriend was a totally rad kisser. Like, he did things to my tubular tastic that, like, no other rad dude has ever done before. You said 90s.
I don't know
I can't
how
drop
I
the
can
lead.
regret saying something so badly, but still love that I told you to do it so much.
I can't drop the leet speak yet. That didn't come until the mid 2000s. Or early 2000s. What was that? Like 2003 people started doing leet speak?
About that, yeah.
Because I remember I was doing leet speak in, what was it? Sophomore high school? Yeah, that was about that time. God, how am I gonna start this fight? It's gotta be really good, but I don't want it to be too brutal. Hi, Rin.
Oh,
You can't hear me. There we go. Brutalize them.
I'm just trying to figure out how to start the fight with Tracy.
Call
It's
her,
like
call her a bitch and say, I saw you staring at my girlfriend's ass.
True. I also want it to be a chance for, like, maybe Tracy to vent about my stupid ass.
Yeah.
But
You probably could just have her take the lead on that, because if she needs to get shit off her chest, she probably has more than enough to say.
probably, yeah. I think I'll just go the route of riling her up first, and then let Tracy just double barrel shotgun.
Skilled nonverbal
but-
communicator.
However,
Would
if I
she
roll
be
low,
yelling at Lydia or at Rachel?
Yes.
I'm gonna hope
Gotta remember
that,
that.
I'm gonna hope she says Rachel, but yells about Lydia.
Yeah, because these two security guards don't know shit.
Yeah, they won't.
True, but
I see the
that's
point.
Lydia.
Yeah, I see the point. Which is why you probably could mask it as something else, and then her just getting shit off her chest.
Yeah, like I would hope that, like, narratively we could just, like, skip like an accidental name slip, but because then that just sort of undoes all the hard work of hiding
Making
the
the
name.
death.
Yeah.
Dude, one sec.
Mm-hmm.
You get one mulligan.
Everybody gets one.
Everybody gets one. Tell him, Pete. Apparently, everybody gets one. Bingo.
I might have to roll about the thing. I'll have to say.
Thing.
The thing is sort of dependent on how Lydia's feeling.
You get that thing I sent you?
You get that thing. Got a thing on you.
That thing that I sent you.
can't wait to try to explain the thing to everybody.
Oh, it's. I'm gonna enjoy particularly the you knew, and it's like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, it's been fun.
I've had to keep it under control.
Oops.
Oops. Let it
Listen,
out.
listen, no good deed goes unpunished. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah. That'll be the moment.
That is actually a really good tagline for Lydia. No good deed goes unpunished. Every time she tried to do something good, it bit her squarely in the ass.
Yeah, no, actually I think that's perfect because it does. It summarizes everything. It's just like I keep trying to help people, and why is shit on fire again?
I'm amazed that like me hacking the school didn't just make it explode because like every time I try.
You just hear, I tried so hard.
It's just the Fairly Odd Parents, like everything I touch dies. And
Oh, God.
Take a step away from me.
Everything you make breaks.
You break and you break and you break. God. Now how?
Or you have Mr. Fix-It. Why does everything I touch get fixed? That doesn't help me break out of jail.
Yeah, I love that scene so much. I'm gonna wreck it. Bonk, and the jail cell bars get thicker. Wreck-It Ralph was such a gem. Wreck-It Ralph 2 was awkward.
It was very awkward.
Yeah.
I've not seen it.
It's
It's in the first one, not the second one.
It's not
really worth seeing.
It's not bad.
It's fine, but the tone of the movie when it comes to Ralph and Vanellope is really awkward.
And
No.
it's kind of like the parent accepting that your kid is going to college kind of story, but they're supposed to be friends, so it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, spoiler, because this is what, a 10-year-old movie at this point? 5? Maybe? I don't know. But, like, Vanellope ends up finding a game where she's happy to be in, and Ralph is uncomfortable. Admittedly, because she does lie to him, but it's the, like, I'm lying because I don't think you can handle me talking to you, but she doesn't make an effort in talking to him about it. And it's just kind of like, oh, you know, you're not gonna not see her again, but, you know, she's basically saying I should be allowed to have other friends and do other things, and it's like, fair, just this was a really weird way to get to that point.
Yeah. It feels like a lover's quarrel, like, for most of the movie. It's just a little awkward between the two of them.
It is, and then it feels like it's like, oh, and there's a little bit of Vanellope finds out she's a lesbian undertones in there. And it's just kind of like, it's like, she feels really into all of this, and it's just like, that's weird.
Of course, Vanellope chooses the game that is be gay and do crime.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure Sarah Silverman had no push on that one.
Not at all.
Which, weirdly enough, I will say I find Sarah Silverman incredibly attractive. Not that weird, but I don't know, something.
Fair enough.
Like something about Sarah Silverman just revs the engines for me. Yeah.
What are we talking about?
We were talking about Wreck-It Ralph, and then it segued into into my celebrity crush of Sarah Silverman, because I actually find her incredibly attractive.
I'm gonna have to Google who that is now.
Oh, you don't?
Oh,
You'll
you don't
know.
know Sarah Silverman?
You'll know as soon as you see her picture.
I probably will. Sarah Silverman.
Yeah.
What has she been in?
Well,
The
she's
Sarah Silverman show.
She's Vanellope.
Oh,
She's a comedian
really cute.
actress. Yeah, she's cute. But she's in a ton of stuff. You'll usually you can usually recognize her voice first, and then like when you look into her filmography, you're like, oh yeah, she was in this and that and these things. Like she's in a lot of stuff.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's one of the stand-up comedians that got really big in like the early 2000s. That what started off as like a shock comic that was not
Offensive.
terrible. No, like to a lot of people, she was super offensive. But like the shit that she was always trying to portray was like with the knowledge of like how to treat people properly. How can you still be offensive?
Yeah. And I know like the last big thing, which is kind of not necessarily why you haven't seen much of her lately, but it was the one male comedian who got in trouble for a while. Louis C.K.
Louis C.K.
Yeah, her and Louis C.K. have a friendship in quotes where Sarah Silverman was one of the people who came out and was like, yeah, he does do these things, but the things that he did around me was consensual. Like, she was like, I didn't have a problem with him whipping his junk out in front of me because we mutually masturbated in front of each other a lot because that was the relationship we had. So, like, she was one of those people who came out on his side, which, you know, to this day, I'm not even sure where the conclusion was.
I believe her actual comment on the situation was like,
it was,
I never had any problems with him, but I'm not going to say that he wasn't problematic, and I feel for all of the victims and
she was speaking strictly on their relationship. She was like, me in particular, I'm not a victim, because people came to her going, how do you feel about this? And she's like, our stuff was consensual, so I don't like. She's like, she wasn't.
I mean, I'm pretty sure she still stopped being friends with him because of that whole situation. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that was like a big part of like
when you're doing it without consent, it's a big problem, and she probably disconnected. But what I mean is, they tried to treat her as a victim, and she's like, I'm not a victim in this. You know, the other people are.
Yeah.
And she's like, don't focus on me. Our stuff was consensual. But like, it's bad that he did this, and it's like, but don't focus on me, please. It's like, I'm not what's important. And you know, they didn't listen to her, and that was the thing either. It was like they focused on it for a little bit longer than it needed to be. But you know that.
Right.
But yeah, no. Going back to just actually liking her, and we were on Wreck-It Ralph, but Wreck-It Ralph had a weird relationship undertone between Vanellope and Ralph, because it was the way they spun the story and how they presented their friendship. It didn't seem like it.
In the second,
it was never meant to be portrayed as romantic. It was super platonic, and the second movie made Ralph seem overly clingy and kind of romantic, but the story was actually about being okay with your friends moving on and having other friend groups outside of just you, and the delivery didn't land very well in the movie.
I didn't even know that they made a second Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, it was fine. The first one was amazing. The second one was fine.
It was fine. I watched it once and then never thought about it again until now.
Yeah.
I like how in the first movie there's a guy who turns into a bug monster. That was my favorite part.
Yeah. I do. The only thing I can take away from this, because we were talking about Fix-It Felix as well, is that him and Calhoun end up adopting just a whole bunch of misfit children, and you see them just continue to be best power couple for the whole movie.
Yeah, tall woman, short king.
Short king being fantastic, and his tall, badass wife, Yeah, they end up just adopting
Trans couple goals.
That is yes. Okay, yes.
Yes,
Absolutely.
they do
Oh,
so good, and I love it because it's like
that's so
you're like,
bannable.
can we go back to them because they're just amazing together. Anyways, hey, back to game.
Hey, we're back. So,
I mean, fuck, Sue Sylvester and fucking Kenneth from 30 Rock getting together. That's such an awkward pairing, and it works.
So, the scene we open to is the police have started going through the lockers of both Lydia and V. Particularly, V has some stuff in there she doesn't want them to have. But given the last day's passing, this became a murder investigation. And now, I believe you all are planning to initiate some trouble. So, first things first, I declare the stakes for anyone who wants to get involved. This includes everybody. If you want to walk in on it and be able to do something. The stakes are, if this fails, you'll probably get arrested and potentially found out. Threat level, I'm gonna say it's not almost impossible difficulty, but these are adults, and they are on a serious matter now. You're not being shot at or anything, but they do have to do this investigation. So I'm gonna say it's extreme difficulty. So that leaves us with the out of character portion of you all making your plan. What would everybody like to do? Tell me who's getting involved. I know at least 3 of you are.
Yeah, Tracy's involved.
I'm not sure if Joe is or not. Because she's kind of dead to the world currently, so...
I hate to say it, but I don't think Tiffany would even know what's going on in this situation very much, and not realizing, like, how V used to survive or anything. Like, she has no idea about any of that. So I don't know. I don't think she would get involved.
Okay. So you will need a total. So V, Lydia, and Tracy. You all need a total of 12 successes. Tell me what you're doing and how you're doing it.
I am regretting my decisions. Well, I guess in this situation, Lydia is a fucking paperweight, so I would possibly maybe attempt to lead Tracy into the fight.
I mean, yeah, I'm probably gonna push you around, which is unfortunate given I'm better at lead.
Yeah, that's my only concern, because like I have a 2 in a body and I have leveled nothing in body. I'm programming. Well, actually, wait. What can calculate do?
What is your best stat? Because I'm gonna be nerfed by virtue of using move body instead of.
You're also trying to put on a show.
True. Would I be able to do lead if I? I don't know if that's.
I think you should be able to, because if you're literally taking the lead on this fake argument,
Yeah.
So
Okay,
why wouldn't you be able to?
You know what? I just didn't want to seem like I was gaming it, but I'm agreeing with everybody. I'm gonna do lead, and as soon as I get teed off by by Lydia or Rachel Dahlia or whatever the name is these days. Yeah, I'm just gonna give her what for. Just get real fucking personal up in this bitch.
And what is Lydia / Rachel Dahlia doing for this?
Clenching my butt and regretting my decision even more. I guess.
Oh, and another thing.
You could do. I could see charm working. I could see force body working.
I would. If I had to pick between those two, I'd definitely want to go charm because my heart is at least 5, my body is 2, and I got nothing leveled in that. So I'll probably try to charm, I suppose, to at least get the attention onto me, getting my ass kicked.
Okay. And how about Viviane or Beatrice?
I am sneaking because I need to sneak into my shit.
Okay.
Okay.
So I think this is gonna go Tracy, then Lydia, then V.
All right. Not bad, not bad.
It's a
Got
good
3
lead, though.
successes?
Yeah.
Hey, okay. Where's charm? There we go. There's charm.
Glad I led with lead.
2 more. You're up to 5.
Okay. I feel that the lead is probably only usable for you, Lydia, because it's the two of you playing off of each other's stuff. So I would say if you wanted to... Are you just using successes or bonus die?
I was thinking it would be successes, but would we rather do bonus die?
No, never mind.
It's going to be one or the other.
Yeah, never mind. If you're just taking successes, that's fine.
Yeah, I was thinking it would be successes.
Okay,
All right.
I'll sneak. Yeah, of course I fuck it. All right. Marking scared because oh god, don't look in the locker. Fuck yeah, 3.
All right.
Oh, thank God.
That brings you up to 8. Would anyone else like to reroll?
Yeah, I'll push.
Let's do this shit.
I'm gonna take injured because whether it's with words or with fists, I'm getting hurt.
I'm upset solidly. And we're gonna do this again. Oh, I whiffed it. Oh no, that's not good.
Oh no. Okay, come on, Lydia. 1.
One extra.
That's 9.
That is 9.
It's 3/4 of the way.
It is over halfway, so it is a partial success. And you all have even amounts of dice rolls for successes. So you all may pick who gets to mark off conditions first to meet that success.
Rolled me back. I can do it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because
You have 2 conditions.
I do. But oh, you're right.
You would be taking 3 conditions.
No, I shouldn't. I shouldn't do it. It would put me out.
Yeah, Lydia or I should do it. Lydia, are you at 2 or 1?
I'm at 1. And honestly, I feel like this is you unloading on me, so I'm willing to take them if...
Okay.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
I'm not gonna fight you on that.
Alright, upset, scared, exhausted. Wow.
And that will bring you to 12. Yep.
Oh,
Success.
Success.
At a cost.
but at what cost?
Yep.
To what it cost.
etc. Okay.
Ooh, I think the kicker is.
Do you ever think about those around you who aren't directly related to you? I mean, just think about what V's mom must be going through right now.
And like that she says under her breath after, like, as the final thing, and that's like where it gets really fucking personal, because before then she was just like saying euphemisms and shit, and then it just like boom ba-da-doom ba-da-doom, and it gets dark.
Like pinned to the floor, like teeth right next to ear.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, and the plan was to bump into these officers, correct?
Oh, yeah.
and part of the fight, like just
Like we
throwing-
straight up all over the place.
yeah.
All right, so it's relatively noisy, so you do have to get kind of loud. Tracy, you probably shove Lydia at the end to have her bump into one of the officers to get them to drop some of this stuff. It'll turn around briefly. Viviane, that's your moment to move. You quickly scoop up, and this is success at a cost. On the bright side, I feel like this might help for Lydia's cover, since she's going to be drawing attention to herself. Do you smack her? Do you like hit her in the face at all? Do anything?
I mean, I try to avoid actually hurting her, but you know, I might in my I don't think I hit her face though.
Just don't go for an eye. Don't go for an eye. You can go for the face, just not an eye.
I might slap your face, but I'm not gonna punch your face.
That's her money maker.
Okay.
In fact, it might have started with a slap to the face, then it got worse.
All right. So there's some markings. You bump into one of the police officers. They drop some of the stuff they were starting to go through, and Viviane's able to quickly slip in and grab some of it, and sneak away with it, as you all continue to draw attention to yourselves. Tiffany, Joanne, you both walk in to see this going on, and it's real fast. It's brief. Some of the students think there's actually going to be a cat fight in the halls and like stop to look before one of the two officers grabs both of you, lifts you both to your feet, and says, "Both of you, knock it off!" And there's already a teacher coming down the halls. The other one, who looked over their shoulder and dropped some of the documents, turns back around, kneels down, and starts scooping up whatever was left, without quite realizing that some of it is now missing.
Yeah, she's cleaning out her black book and any remnants of the drugs that she does have, just going into a backpack. She's obviously not going to empty out the whole locker because that would be suspicious.
Yeah.
The little book with all the names and the drugs.
Yeah, the information of all of her wrongdoing.
Her mom can know that she had condoms and a few Fs. But
she didn't have Fs. She was a straight A student.
Oh God, you're right. Forgot about that.
The condoms, however, what is? Girls will be girls. I remember what I did in high school. Cuts to a scene of her and Tracy's mom making out.
And
Yes!
that was...
Oh my God, I love that headcanon.
Listen, we said that they were going to end up together first season.
You know what? Fuck it, they totally will.
They both just come to their realizations. The Mothman isn't good enough, and she needs a man back in her life, or a person back in her life. A woman.
She needs a strap back in her life.
Yeah, there you go.
But
I'm not gonna lie, Rin. I might have to roll something.
Roll it.
Cause that's 4 conditions on Lydia.
Yeah, it is.
I'll roll it in a little bit, maybe.
That's all right. I can jump in as well if things go crazy.
Yeah. It's fine. We'll finish off the fight and the feeling.
You good, Shae?
I'm waiting to hear what this roll is supposed to be for.
I thought they said they were waiting.
I was gonna wait, but it was just for Lydia's little problem, little thing.
Okay, what are we rolling for that?
whether or not it's gonna show up, I suppose, because she's on 4 conditions, so she's pretty much reeling mentally.
Roll me a d6. Okay, so in your mind, you almost hear yourself, yourself speaking without intending to, just saying, we shouldn't have done this. This was stupid. We don't have time for this. And you feel your hand reaching for something. But you actually start to fight Tracy back.
I think Tracy, like, perversely grins for a second if she gets a nice punch in. She's like, that's the ticket.
Roll me a force body.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh boy. That's wow, that
You're gonna find out that Tracy's into this.
1d6.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That's so funny.
Okay. Tracy, I also want you to roll me a force body.
Oh my god.
Ah, darn.
All right, it's clumsy, and there's a moment where you both are actually striking at each other, and it actually looks real now. Lydia, you get smacked in the face. No real damage is done. Tracy, you get kicked back before the teacher gets there, and both one of the police officers and the teacher is pulling you both apart now, and you hear so many names. You hear Mrs. Rich say, "Oi, stop this, both of you! Get to the principal's office now!"
As you wish.
Grabs you both by the ears.
Oh no, not the ears. That's when it's real.
Spins you both around and shoves you forward.
It's the 90s. They can be physical with children.
And she makes both of you walk in front of her.
I'm gonna have a swagger in my step.
You're walking around like evil Peter Parker from that one movie.
Just doing the full roll. Oh.
No, there's just definitely like there's just something up with Lydia's eyes, and there's just a smile on her face and a smug ass walk.
I think Tracy might have had a grin once, but right now she's looking miserable.
This was not my intention.
But you two are going to the principal's office.
Hell yeah.
Everybody else, what is Joanne, Tiffany, and V now doing?
V's gonna just kind of round the corner waiting for her girlfriend and friend to come back, and then she's just gonna peek and see them getting hauled off. It's just, fuck.
I was gonna walk up to... She doesn't know her name anymore, actually.
Beatrice?
Yeah, Beatrice was what we said in the diner.
I wasn't there for that part.
You weren't there for that part. You were in the washroom. She looks and she says, Joe, we have a problem.
Joe just kind of walks over and looks at you.
She'll gesture down the hall where Rachel and Tracy are getting dragged to the principal's office. Is your locker secure? Do they ever randomly search your lockers?
Not Joe's, because they don't think she'd do anything bad.
Do you think they might look in your locker with everything going on?
Joe's gonna shrug.
Better thought. Tiffany.
I think.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Tiffany, they don't know that you hang out with us. Can I borrow your
Sure.
locker?
Oh yeah, for sure. The combination is 17, 22, 5.
Great. For all intensive purposes, if you do get a random search, I broke into your locker and you didn't just give me that combination. I'm going to hide some drugs in your locker. And she walks away.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Welcome to Felony 101.
Welcome to Continued Felonies 101.
Oh, wow.
I guess I got some free drugs.
No, I said it.
It is going to be a conversation when your parents hear that you had drugs in a book with prostitution accounting in there. That's going to be a long talk.
It's gonna be a conversation for sure.
Holy shit, I love this season already.
Yeah. So she goes to hide drugs in Tiffany's locker, but then she does come back and she's like, okay, so from the beginning, they're searching our lockers. Okay, when I say ours, I mean Rachel and mine, our old lockers. There's stuff in my lockers that my mom does not need to know about, and that would get a lot of people in trouble. Hence, going to stash stuff in Tiffany's locker now. Tiffany, you have plausible deniability. I broke into your locker and stashed those there. You definitely don't need to look inside of the book bag or read the black book that's on the top shelf, okay?
I don't need to, but can I?
What was your last name again?
Epiphany.
I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. And I'm gonna leave that ambiguous because there's a possibility that she's fucked somebody in Tiffany's family, but we'll just cross that road if she chooses to read it. So that's very, very much undecided right now, Sin. We will cross that bridge if we get there.
Okay.
Yeah. And it may not necessarily be mom or dad this time. It could be anybody, any extended family. That way it doesn't destroy households.
I mean, I don't think it would bother Tiffany much either way.
Yeah.
She's kind of in her own space mentally.
It's like my name's in here. When did that happen? Oh, right.
So, I got a question. If she's Rachel, then who are you?
Oh, right. You weren't there for that conversation. I'm Beatrice. My friends call me B.
Why not Trixie?
It's just easier this way. So I read in a spy novel once that the best undercover names are ones that are close enough to your name so that you don't get them confused, or if somebody recognizes you and you respond just out of habit, you're like, no, they said B, not P.
Okay.
So, fun fact, that is actually how you pick your undercover names. You pick something close enough so that you don't accidentally say the wrong name.
Does make sense.
Definitely why I chose Pat.
Listen, you're not undercover anymore. You are out in the open, child.
Oh no, I've been revealed.
you out. But yeah, so she introduces herself once more, and she holds her hand out, and she says, "Yes, we didn't properly introduce ourselves the other night. I'm Beatrice."
It takes like a moment for Joe to reach out. It's like she trying to remember what shaking someone's hand is. Drama baby mode.
See, I know this is going to take a lot of getting used to.
A lot's gonna take a lot of getting used to.
But hey, I hear you're a talented artist, and that you still need body bottles.
Yeah.
Well, I figure a good way to help establish this friendship is I could volunteer.
Yeah, that'd be. But thanks.
Mm-hmm. It's very clear that she's trying her best.
Yeah,
without saying it out loud. It's like I'm trying to smooth things over. Please don't hate me.
Joey's just not okay because she was at her friend's funeral last night.
I think we should go make sure that the others are not going to get expelled immediately after getting us into school.
That's would be bad, yeah.
The three of you hear a voice call out, "Hey, dorks!" And one of the rich kids step up. And would anyone actually like to give me an empathy roll?
I can give it a shot.
You're probably better than I am. I have 2 heart, I have 4 mind and no empathy.
I'll have 5 mind and 1 empathy. Just let's see how well Joe reads that. 1 success.
There you go.
When you turn and look, it is swept right past it. It is Kevin, and once he gets closer, he says, "Hey, I need your help." And you get the sense that he actually does look really concerned about something.
Our help?
Just answer me a question. Do you know what happened to Charlie?
Charlie?
That Joe's starting to think like.
I knew it.
Yeah.
Starts to turn.
Hold
away.
on.
Looks back.
Charlie, he got the headsets with you guys, right?
You remember?
Joe's gonna step forward, grab his arm, like, you do too?
Where is he?
Not here. We could talk later.
Nobody fucking remembers him.
There's a reason for that, and once you know, you can't go back.
The fuck are you saying? Where's my friend?
Wait, if nobody remembers him, how do you remember him?
I don't know. He wanted to check on someone, and he went somewhere, and now nobody in my circle knows where he is, or even who that is.
I wish I could help. I don't know any of these people.
Lydia does, and she's ankle deep in the principal's office right now.
V does, but Beatrice doesn't.
It's gonna take a lot to explain, and you're not gonna believe most of it. I don't think before class is gonna be a good time.
Where's my friend? Just tell me. Just give me a place.
It involves the loop.
So what?
It involves some of their bullshit.
So is he in the loop?
He's not anywhere anymore.
I think he's dead. That's what you're getting at, right?
More or less.
So why does nobody remember?
I mean, you know how the loop is weird, right? Things have been weird since 5 years ago.
Look, it's like he
Or
just
2 years
vanished
ago.
off
Excuse me.
out of existence. I want to know where he is.
That's what happened. I'm guessing something happened where you might have saw something when he left. And something happened to him, and that's why you remember. It doesn't always take you.
So how do I find him?
You don't. It sounds like he's gone.
I wish I knew. I really wish I do. I'm sorry.
Fuck, man. Just turns and starts to walk away.
What do you remember about the last time you saw him?
He wanted to check in on someone, and I don't know. He said he was gonna go look for answers or somewhere. Actually, it leans close. Actually, give me a charm roll.
I can do that.
Please.
I can't do that. What?
Nope.
Why does that feel so much lower than it should be? It's fine.
Okay. It looks like he's about to give you some information, but decides against. He still gives you information, but doesn't give the details. He's like, he said he was going to go look for some information somewhere back when craft existed. Fucking, I guess I'm just gonna have to go. The bell rings. The scene's gonna transition over to the principal's office. And for Tracy and Lydia, you both are waiting outside before the door opens, and you both see the principal, and he glances at both of you. He says, "In my office." And Lydia, in your mind, you start hearing, he shouldn't have caused this. He could be one of them. He could know. We could be discovered. Get rid of him.
Yes, Principal.
I will just process that statement.
And as the two of you sit down in a couple of chairs that were prepared, he sits across from you and starts going over has a computer set in such a way that he's able to swivel it. It's a big blocky computer, but he's able to swivel it enough that you can see one of the cameras of you two fighting. Of course, it's very kind of grainy and hard to see a lot of what's going on, and whenever there's a lot of motion, there's blurriness. Not like cameras are going to be 30 years from now. But he looks at both of you and says, "So you both know there's no fighting in the halls or on school grounds. What caused this?"
What was your opening line? We never really established that.
God, I think I just kind of prodded with a sort of like, well, if you were tougher, this might not have been a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of trying to like push it in the direction of like maybe like it was a boy thing. Well, it's like, well, maybe if you were a tougher gal, we would have stuck around or something. But clearly veiled in a.
This bitch had the nerve to talk shit about me after my fucking friend died.
Young lady, we're not gonna have language like that in here. Who was your friend?
That's what she is, though.
Yeah,
Fucking smug.
What's your language?
Shut your fucking mouth.
Hey, enough of that. So, I'm the one who gets to write stuff in your permanent record, be that good or bad. Now, I'm
Fine,
going to
whatever.
ask...
Write whatever you fucking want. I'm not going to sit here and let her shit talk me right now, especially about my fucking friends. Not today. I think Tracy's gonna start crying, and it's mostly gonna be real.
You hear a long... Alright, so here's what's gonna happen. Both of you are gonna come to detention after school today. Now, I have to call and inform your parents, and depending on how that goes today, you may or may not get marks on your records. Is that understood?
Yes.
You got it, Shae.
Hey, Lydia.
Hmm.
What numbers did you put in for your parents?
Oh, I absolutely put in a phone number that is just to a call center for Microsoft.
Not the AI. Just have the AI answer it.
Oh wait, that's brilliant. Rokai, I could just put it into like a Rokai system where it's just my like AI parent or something.
Chat box. Chat
Oh
box
my
parent.
So, scene cuts to later where he's calling both Tracy's and Lydia's parents, and of course Tracy's mom has the what did she do? And Lydia is like, when he answers the phone for Rachel's parents, he gets hello, and then, oh dear, that sounds awful. Should I come and pick her up early? He just kind of like looks at the phone like, But I feel like
Mom's a smoker.
yeah, I feel like the scene will then transition from here because we are kind of at that 3-hour mark, more or less. But the scene transitions, and there is what we see as the camera just kind of like backs out the window from the school, and starts zooming across the town. It goes past several trees before one of those trees crosses. As one of those trees cross over, from what we see from the audience, it immediately goes from just a cloudy, overcast day to just very dark, with a rundown building as the camera cuts to the other side, and there is we see a shadow kind of like shifting through parts of the building, and we see several different figures who are just encased in what looks like a mixture of machine parts and synthetic flesh, all of them unconscious, all unmoving, and a shadow just stepping across the screen before the credits start to roll. Or I'm sorry, the camera pans first, and then we see one of those people, Charlie, encased as well before the shadow passes over them.
I do want to add one thing, just like as like leaving the principal's office, I definitely want to have Dahlia kind of like wipe at her mouth a little bit, like if there was any blood from biting the cheek from the slap, and just say to Tracy like, I like this Tracy, she's got fire.
Hate this accent. Punch me again and we'll see how much fucking fire I've got. That hurt. Kinda liked it.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, let's do experience roll.
Yay.
First time I've felt anything in months.
Hey, let's go. I gotta slap you all out of your funk somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you all participate in the session?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Did your problem with a capital P or relationships with a capital R get you into trouble with a capital T?
Yep.
Quite literally.
3 of you did.
Oh, I
It's
didn't
time for
do
Joe.
things last time.
Were you broken and forced to take a scar?
Almost.
I'm on the edge of glory, baby.
And did you put yourself in harm's way to resolve the mystery?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Kinda.
don't think the dream counts.
It does not. Finally, did you learn something new, and if so, what?
It's kind of hot
Kevin
watching.
remembers.
It's kind of hot
Well,
watching my
and-
girlfriend and my best friend fight each other.
And I learned that my sister has a really cute new imaginary friend.
And that
I
there's
learned
drugs in
that
your
if I
locker.
get lunch, I feel
Yeah.
better.
I don't know if Lydia, because Lydia didn't actually hear the Kevin thing, so Lydia didn't learn anything.
I learned about Kevin.
Yeah, I don't think Lydia learned anything new. That's a shame. Oh well. I gotta do a cat fight. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that leaves us with time for outros, everybody. If you want to say who you are, where you're from, where we can find you, all that good stuff, let's close it out tonight.
All right. I might as well start since I'm already talking. Hi, everybody. I'm Pat, aka Spider Queen Long. You can find me on the internet. I figure y'all know me by now. Yeah, I'm moments away from finishing Change Stars. Any day now, any month, any week,
Any year.
any second, it'll happen. Yeah, but until then, I'll be here and thereafter as well. Somebody take over.
Anybody.
Zaunis,
Yes, I'll be somebody.
Nope, yep, you,
Zaunis.
Doogler.
Hey everybody, I'm Doogler, which I stream games and art. I'm also on here 2 other times a week, which will be brought up later. And Popcorn Zaunis.
Of course you would. Hi everybody, I'm Zaunis, not
They're okay.
artist and tabletop RPG artist. You can find me at Twitter and Tumblr.com/Zaunis. And I was playing Lydia Tinsley tonight. Popcorn Creme.
Hey y'all, I'm Crimsin Galaxy. That's Krimsin, because I'm not me without a little bit of sin. You can find me on Twitter at sin_gal. You can find me both here and on Instagram at Crimsin_Galaxy_RPG. If you want to catch me later this week, my Friday game has a day off, so you'll be able to catch me Monday over on the Lost Caravan with a shift one-shot with a pretty decent-looking little crew. And, yeah, I hope to see you there. And then I guess... Rin?
Ooh, I just remembered something. May I real quick jump in?
Mm-hmm.
So on Diesel Shot, I believe it's the Ides of March, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think later today we're going to be live with some extremely Roman content, given that my good friend, who's a member of the crew, is a classics professor, well, in training, and soon-to-be Dr. Madeline is going to give us a lesson on... we're actually just gonna fuck around in some Roman civilization generated by Lee. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be historically accurate, but it's gonna be fun.
Hooray.
Later
Cool.
today.
All
On
right.
Digital Shot.
Well, hi everyone. I think I'm next before I can get off to Shae for the closeout. But hi, how you doing? Thank you for stopping by PartyWipeGames. You will see us again tomorrow for No Force in the Verse, which is a Ironsworn / Starforged campaign that we run and actually has the blessing from the creators because they like to retweet our stuff. Yeah, it's pretty great. They retweet our stuff, and that's what I consider a blessing from the gods. As you do. Yeah, it happens occasionally. People recognize our stuff, and we're not famous by any means, but it's cool at least when Senpai notices you. So we will be back then Saturday. Hopefully I can get our Monster of the Week game off the ground because I've been really bad about getting the Saturday game up and running for weeks now. But I hope to fix that. I think we hadn't played on Saturday since January, so I'm doing really badly. But hopefully we'll get started this week. Oh, it was initially going to be Pathfinder, and then I was just like, I don't really want to run a Pathfinder game, and so I stopped trying to run Pathfinder. And now it's Monster of the Week, so we'll see. Yeah. I feel better about Monster of the Week than I do Pathfinder. So that'll be off the ground. We have a Dresden Files RPG games on Sundays. And then we come back around full circle until Change Stars gets off the ground.
I'm excited.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shae, or ShaeTheFay on Twitch and Twitter. I am going to be running the aforementioned Change Stars game that's going to be getting off the ground. That being said, I am here on PartyWipeGames channel whenever they are playing, either running games or playing in them. And that's really it for me. Whenever we're good to go, I think we're good to go.
We are good to go. All right. Well, everybody, you have a wonderful day. Remember to help support the fundraiser for trans rights in Florida. That's up for another month, and they smashed their first goal and extended it out. So you can get some fun RPG games through itch.io if you help support it, or you can just donate more to help the cause that is super important. Just remember that trans rights are human rights, and treat people with basic fucking kindness. It's not that hard. I'm sorry. I'm in a tangent, but it's like that always blows my mind. It's like, just treat people with basic fucking kindness. It's not hard. Anyways.
Yep. The only way that I won't respect you is if you don't treat people with basic respect and kindness.
Yep. Yeah. It's like that's when you do not deserve basic kindness, is when you choose to forego it for other people. Anyways, before we do actually divulge into a political rant, have a great night, everybody. We love you all, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.